All right, welcome to another episode of the Couch Bros podcast, man. We took a week off. Football is officially done, off season, and my favorite time of the year is coming up, draft season, and it's gonna be crazy. Like, I can't wait to do all these draft episodes, bro. Like, this is a very, very interesting week. Interesting class of quarterbacks because I don't think the draft this year is gonna be all that great, but it's a lot of interesting people in the draft. But we'll get to that. For this episode, man, I wanna address a couple things. Firstly, I want to have a conversation about skill players, and most skill players that I've ever seen in the NBA. I'm talking about. I want to address the Nets because to me that's the most interesting team in the NBA right now, and just what the possibilities or non-possibilities could be with that team. We're gonna address LeBron's super fugazi MVP campaign that is just impossibly nonsensical. And what else y'all boys want to talk about?
We're gonna talk about Zion, right?
Oh yeah. Zion Williams, and after his first 50 games, and because we wanted to revisit that conversation that we had on last season's pod, how he would look coming into the league, and he's exceeded my expectations and has been disappointing. So we're going to get into that as well. So for everybody listening, but let's get right into it, man. So we are sports heads, and everybody's listening. You know, the usual suspect, Rod Gerson in the building. We're sports heads, and we love sports. We love them all to the point that we just have we're in multiple groups and whatnot, right? So starting with this conversation as far as the most skilled basketball players I've ever seen, and where I got the idea to even have that, to think about it, is in the group, somebody posted a picture and it had Jordan, Kobe, and KD in that order, and said this is the three most skilled basketball players of all time. Right?
And I just want to cut in, bro. I was appalled that they didn't have Akeem Olajuwon up there. Like, how you gonna talk about the most skilled basketball players? You don't talk about the dream.
But that's where the bias comes from, bro. Because I feel like people only think that guards are skilled. Like, you gotta have people like Hakeem Olajuwon. You gotta have people like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, bro. Like, that's a skill too. Like, you feel me? So that just lets me know that there's a certain bias that people have to what they think skill is. If we want to be honest with you, Kobe is infinitely more skilled than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had incredible athleticism that let him get away with things, bro. Like, his first step, his hang time, his vertical, like, it allowed you to do things. Like, was he skilled? Obviously. Being a mid-range assassin that he was takes skill. But there's an artistry to Kobe Bryant that Michael Jordan never had. Not saying he wasn't capable of it, but I'm not going to give you credit for things that I've never seen you do. You feel me? Kobe proved to me he could do things. I've never seen any other body do the reverse pivot like Kobe Bryant. You feel me? There's things that he just did on the court that you wouldn't imagine, right? So me thinking about that, I'm like, damn, who are the most skilled basketball players I've ever seen in my life, right? Kobe Bryant, obviously. KD, obviously. Hakeem Olajuwon, obviously. But there's somebody that I just have to give his props. I got to give him his flowers, dog. I've been watching this dude since 2012. You feel me? First game in Cleveland. Like, the team was bad. You feel me? Like, I think they won 38 games. He was hurt and whatnot, right? So, but I just gravitated towards him because I'm like, bro, this dude is doing things I've never seen on the court, bro. His name is Kyrie Irving, dog. And I honestly believe because he's 6'2", and he can still do anything on the court, I acknowledge him as the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen. But you can't have that conversation, bro. And I don't know why. Like, if you compare anybody, this is not a Kyrie thing, right? You can't compare any player to certain players, bro. The conversation is completely done, bro. Like, for no other reason than you're wrong. Like, you don't explain why I'm wrong. You don't explain your side. You're just wrong. Like, but why? Why do you think that? Let me know why I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm tripping. Other than you don't know what the fuck you talk about, that's crazy. Like, me saying that Kyrie has passed Kobe in my mind as the most skilled scorer of all time, bro, you would have thought I said, bro, that like you would have thought I fucking wanted to commit suicide or be a fucking suicide bomber, bro. Like, like you need to fucking call the cops on me or something, bro.
Like you said, Kyrie is in a GOAT conversation or
bro,
something.
That's the part that I hate about it, dog. Because it's like, bro, nobody's saying that, bro.
Right.
That would never came out of my mouth, dog.
Well, you know what, you know what I think it is? What it comes down to is that there's a certain nostalgia that people have of certain players, and it's like they just can't let it go. It's like, look, Kobe, and like I agree with your list completely. Like Kobe is like Kobe. Like there was a time in my life I was a childish fan, right? Like I used to hate Kobe because I wanted to see him lose, and he would just eat me alive every time. But he would do it with such elegance on the court, with such grace. Like nobody's denying that Kobe's one of the most skilled players ever. But there's nothing wrong with saying that someone has come along and eclipsed him. Like, and who better than Kyrie? Like, do people watch this? Are you watching the games? Like, how could you not at least make a conversation out of it? That's all I'm saying.
Well, I had to look at what Herbie posted because he made it seem like he didn't make it disturbing because it's like, well, Kyrie surpassed him as the most skilled scorer ever. Debate your mama, not me.
Yeah, bro, because I already know what's coming with it, bro. Debate your mammy, not me, bro, because I know what's coming with it, bro. You're not coming with any actual thing. Like, I think there was one or two people who made an argument, but because they can't actually make an argument, they have to move the goalpost. You have people saying, well, what did he win without a skill? What the fuck does that have to do with anything, bro? Like, skill is skill, bro. That doesn't mean I'm saying he's greater. That doesn't mean I'm saying he's better. That doesn't even mean I'm saying he's more effective. I even said it, bro. Kyrie is more skilled in the post than Carmelo Anthony. I would never want him taking a post shot more than I want Carmelo Anthony taking a post shot because Carmelo Anthony doesn't have to work as hard to get the shot off, bro. Like, that doesn't mean I think he's better. I just think he's more skilled. I know he could do more things. Like even with the fake out when they played the Lakers, right? This nigga faked LeBron out of his fucking shoes and shot over a nigga that was 5 or 6 inches taller than him, bro, with a crazy fadeaway at the top of his shot and didn't get it blocked and it went in like butter, bro. Like, like I don't think people realize what they're watching because of the name on the back of the jersey, bro. If that shit said Kobe Bryant, what he did would have been incredible. But because it wasn't Kobe, because it wasn't Jordan, they think it's not as good. The level of difficulty is not as high, bro. You feel me? And that part is what blows me, dog. Like, is at some point, what is there to argue about, bro? There's things that Kobe could do that Kyrie can't do, obviously. Could dunk, jump. You feel me? Way stronger, way bigger. I would always want Kobe Bryant over Kyrie Irving. That's not what I'm saying, dog. I'm saying that because Kyrie doesn't have specific advantages physically or in attribute-wise, that he has to do things that I've never seen done. Derrick Rose and him are the same height. Derrick Rose is a little bit bigger. Derrick Rose had the fastest first step I've ever seen, bro. He didn't have to work that hard, bro. Doom, he's at the rim, dog. You feel me? Russell Westbrook. Why is Russell Westbrook not as effective as he used to be? Because he doesn't have actual skill level. He has skill, but not as a scorer. He has skill as a great basketball player. You feel me? IQ, depending on the situation. Let's throw that out there. And knowing how to be an orchestrator. But that nigga can't do a reverse layup off the wrong foot and go under the fucking basket and get English and that shit goes down like it doesn't even touch the fucking net with his offhand, bro. Like there's just so much subtlety and nuance to his game that, okay, this is my favorite. This is the point I want to make, right? When you watch clips of Kyrie Irving, listen to the commentators talk, bro. That should let you know, dog. Because these are guys who watch basketball players their entire life, 20 years, 30 years. Like, listen to Jeff Van Gundy. Listen to Mark Jackson. Listen to Richard Jefferson. Listen to Sarah Houston. And they'll be like, what was that, bro? Like, go ahead.
Well, my only argument to that is when I sit there and think about it and hear everything you said, I'm like, yeah. And my argument was that to go against that is that you don't think Kobe couldn't do what he done?
Kobe said he couldn't do it. Kobe said it with his own mouth. He said, bro, the whole league is lucky he's not 6'6", bro. That's what he said, bro. But there's things that Kyrie can't do that Kobe could do. It's fair, bro. Like Kobe in his best life will never have Kyrie's handles. He would never be as good as a finisher.
I know. I give him the handling. I give him the under the rim and all that other stuff. But when it comes to the skill of actually using the techniques, performing, and like I know Kyrie can do that things. I'm sorry. I know Kyrie can do that thing, do it too, but like I don't think he can do it as well as Kobe as like, you know, the pump fakes and the
You're crazy.
Come on, bro.
Kobe wasn't doing a better pump fake. You want to know why Kobe's pump fake worked better? Because he was 6'6", man. Hey, we don't have to overthink this, bro. Now you just make like pump fake. What? Hey.
Well, no, I'm talking about the moves to execute, like the dribbling of what Kyrie do. Like only very few people can do it.
Nobody can. Nobody. This is why. This is
you don't think Steph Curry?
No.
Come on.
Rod watches every Steph Curry game right now. No, the difference what separates Kyrie is that
I think Kyrie's more creative.
But
than
that's
Steph
a part
Curry.
of it. Like you got to understand with Kyrie. Anybody like there's literally I think the Ringer did an article on it. Like they were asking a whole bunch of NBA players and they had a poll and they had a scoring system. And the number one overwhelming was Kyrie. Number two was Steph Curry. And this was votes from players, like guards who had to guard people. The most votes was Kyrie. Austin Rivers said, bro, and they asked him, it was like, and then Eric Gordon said it too. He's like, who got the best handles? Kyrie. Not even close. And Austin Rivers said why. And he explained why. Because he was like, the thing about Kyrie is he has counters for everything. Like,
but that's Kobe, dude.
Kyrie did handles? No, bruh. Kobe did not. It's not no. Like
not handle wise, but that's what I mean when I'm talking about techniques. They like with Kobe, bro. He has this. He has a counter for like.
This is the thing of what we need to have. This is where this is.
Are you simply just pointing at dribbling, fam?
No,
but that's
nigga,
what I'm asking.
pointing at something that is a distinct advantage. There's nothing that Kobe could do that Kyrie can't do. There's several things that Kyrie could do Kobe couldn't do. Doesn't mean he's better. Like, do you know how much of an advantage it is for Kobe to be 226'6"? Like, I could back you down and I could put my shoulder in and I could create space. Kyrie can't do that. Like, he needs to do more things. You feel me? That is footwork. You feel me? Like, I don't think people realize as skilled as Kobe was, right? Kobe is the best bad shot maker. That's his greatest skill. You feel me? I'm not going to take that away from him. Kyrie could do the same things to get the shot off, but because he's not 6'6", he can't elevate as high, and he can't see over the hand that's in his face as well, bro. That doesn't mean he can't do what Kobe do. I think
they had the same vert.
If you have the same vert, bro,
I
one is 6'6" and one is 6'1",
I get what you're saying.
What are you talking about, bro?
No, I get what you're saying, but
and
when
has Kyrie don't even dunk? How can
no,
have the same
I
vert?
think that's because he's like I'm saying. Wait, let me look at it.
Why are you looking at Kyrie like Kyrie is fucking Derrick Rose in his prime? Like, what are you talking about, man?
I think Kobe only had like a 32 vert.
Kobe had a 39 or 38, I believe. So, yeah. Actually, I think he had a 40. He just didn't have a 45 like Jordan. Like you seen Kobe dunk on Dwight Howard, bro. Like, put his nuts in his face. Like, we not finna act like Kobe was fucking bunny hopping right here, my nigga. Like, we not finna do that to Kobe, bro. God rest in peace, bro. We not finna take his athleticism away from him, dog. Like, Froby, like, really? Like, we doing this with Froby, bro? Like, 32-inch vert, bro? Hey, come on, man.
He was 38.
Hey, nah, bro. Like, hey, nah, bro. We not finna do that to Froby, dog. But okay. All I'm saying is, bro, like, I even posted in the group chat where they had a video where they're comparing their fucking post moves, bro. Bro, Kyrie got them all, dog. Is he better at it? No, fuck no. He'll never be better at it because he's not that big.
I was wrong, but I just got cleared up. Kyrie had a 34. Kobe had a 38.
Now one is 6'6" and one is 6'2" in shoes. So you do the math. With not clearly as long arms, bro.
I mean, what I would say is, yeah, 38 is good. Like, it's not dominating.
We're not comparing Kobe to the rest of the league. We're comparing Kobe to Kyrie Irving. 38 is better.
No, but
while having longer arms
From what
and
I
being
can-
taller.
For what I can explain, going off of what I hear, like going off of players like what's his name, Gilbert.
I'm not listening to fucking Gilbert Arenas, bro.
Come on, fam,
We give
and other
Gilbert
like
Arenas
no,
so
no,
much credit for
no,
fucking,
but other ones and who else I listen to?
because they love
the
him,
knuckleheads.
bruh.
No, but they would always say like,
Quentin Richardson, bro. When did Quentin Richardson play Kyrie Irving? When? Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, stop doing that shit. Oh, that's what they didn't fucking play Kyrie Irving. That nigga wasn't even in the league.
no, I'm
bro.
not going off of Kyrie Irving. I'm talking about Kobe.
In comparison, though.
No, but I'm not. I'm just talking about Kobe. Like, from what I could tell, it's like, yeah, he had physical attributes, but it wasn't the best physical attributes. And
Never
it was
said
like,
that, bro.
basically everybody points at his skill, like,
Which is why he's widely regarded as the most skilled guard of all time. Bro.
So even though he's maybe a little bit better than Kyrie in some spots, Kyrie may be quicker or have a quicker step or something. I don't know. All I'm saying is that I just believe, yeah, you're right with the gap, but I also think like Kobe didn't have the spacing Kyrie had, bro. Like Kyrie can really look beautiful.
What spacing did Kyrie have when he had fucking Tristan Thompson in fucking Wally?
What are you
Irving?
talking about? They
Bro,
were kill. No, okay, before
in 2011. There's literally they had a chart in 2011. That spacing, Kobe played in the same. Like Kobe didn't play in the fucking 80s, bro. Like y'all gotta stop this, bro. Kobe retired in 2017.
2010 is when they started changing. Like Miami changed that. Miami going small changed that. Where the big man really
with spacing. What did Kobe do? Average roughly the same amount.
Kobe
of
didn't
points.
have spacing like that.
Kobe didn't have spacing, bro.
When he had spacing.
And before he fucked up his Achilles, when he was having arguably one of his best seasons, bro, he didn't have spacing in 2015.
With Paul Gasol and which is 2015. That is
What's the nigga with the fucking dreads, bro? I can't remember his name, dog.
damn it, man.
Like Jordan something or something.
Grant
hit.
No, it was like
we can look this up.
I forgot that nigga name too, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Nah, he never really had the spacing that was in
bro,
there,
what spacing did he have when he had Tristan? Gerson, it's either you see. I hate when you do this, dog. You can't do that.
No, but
bro.
I'm kind of like I see. When did LeBron
Gerson,
go back to
He didn't come there until 2015.
2000?
Or 2004. Oh, yeah, 2014, bro.
All right, 2014.
No, 2015.
So he had like 3 or 4 years, right?
He got drafted in, I think, 2011. So for 4 years, he didn't play with fucking Kyrie Irving. You know who he had, bro? Deion Waiters. What spacing is Deion Waiters giving anybody, bro? Like, what are we doing, bro? Like why do we have to do this, bro? So it's either the era of spacing that Kobe also played in, or Kobe's the only team that had no spacing, bro, and everybody else had spacing, like, conveniently, bro.
Okay. So I'm looking at it. They had Roy Hilbert, Lou Dang,
Gerson,
Lou Williams,
why
Brandon Bass. That sound like spacing to me, bro.
there was no... Okay, let me ask you a question. Why was Roy Hibbert still on the team? Because that's not what... They were still big man orientated, bro. Like,
And
Tristan
that's
Thompson,
my point of like, okay,
I'm talking about every team, bro. Roy Hibbert was on the team because they thought they still needed
the
Roy
3
Hibbert.
year, okay, the 3 years that you're talking about, you're telling me he looks he got better, bro. Like you comparing to the 3 years, yeah, it was amazing, but it wasn't great. Now he looks great, but you got to understand.
Bro, he's averaging roughly the same amount of points, bro.
No, it ain't.
So he's just way better.
Yes.
So he's just like 10 points better.
Yes. He's not 10 points better?
So that
I don't believe he
would
he
be
touched-
averaging literally like 35 points a game if he was 10 points. So he was averaging like 12 points a game, bro. Like 15
You said
points
he
a
was
game.
averaging 25 before LeBron came?
10 points, Gerson. 10 points. So before LeBron came, for him to be averaging 25 after, that means he was scoring 12 or 13 points a game, bro, until LeBron came, bro. That's what you're saying, Gerson.
I believe it was 18 or 19. He may touch 20 once.
Like, why, bro? Like, why, bro? Like, why do you do this, dog? Every fucking what's it called, bro?
I just had this nigga, man.
Like, why, bro? Why, bro? 18, 22, 20, 21, 19, 25, 24, 23, bro. Like, it's roughly the same, bro. Like, but 10 points better.
Gerson, what's your aim here? I don't like what are you trying to prove, man? Like what's your goal, man?
Gerson,
Like what's going on, man?
where is this 30 that you speak of, bro? You just giving a nigga 3 points, bro. You just giving him an extra 3 points, bro. Like, hey, what do you like? Come on, bro. Like, this man, bro. Like, 46, 45, 43, 46, 44. Like, bro, like.
So he had 4 years, and those 4 years he had 4 years, and the best he did was 22, 20, 21. And then with LeBron, that's when he got 24, 20, 25, 23, 27, 27. I'm pointing at the fact that those first 4 years wasn't great, bruh. It wasn't, oh, man, he's awesome, he's killing it. Nah, it was like, okay, he's doing his thing. That's it. That's all I'm pointing at.
Bro, no one was paying attention to him.
Hey,
That's all that was.
Said, bro, literally, I fell in love with him because I
him.
seen him doing the same things that he did, bro. Like, you think he just magically could when he went with LeBron? That's when he could fucking go off the wrong foot and still get crazy layups over fucking 7 foot niggas, bro.
Bro, the nigga didn't unlock his powers when LeBron got to Cleveland, bro. That nigga had his powers well before he got there, bro.
All right, bro. I mean, okay, so I don't want to get hung up on that because I do want to have a slight discussion on just most skilled players. Or matter of fact, no. Before we get to that point, I want to go back to why though. Like even with you, bro. Like, why you have to work so hard on an argument to find where Kobe wins, bro? No, I don't think he's better than Kobe, bro. Like,
you know what it is? It's a belief thing, dog. That's all, bro.
That's all it is.
That's
bro.
all it is.
That's
man.
all it is.
It's a
I'm
belief
wrong
thing.
because I'm crazy, bro. And not talking about you. Not about you.
I
I'm
get
talking
what
about,
you're
like,
saying, bro.
Just the idea that's just so blasphemous, bro. Without giving any thought to it, bro. Without giving any thought to it, bro.
Bro, it goes back to what I said earlier, man, about people just not that feeling of nostalgia of nostalgia, just latching on to that idea. Like I remember Kobe. I go back and watch highlights and shit. Like, you just gotta give niggas their flowers sometimes. You just gotta give somebody their due. Like, Kyrie is here. He's arrived. He's been here. And he's, bro, like, this nigga does a sham god. This nigga does moves that people think are mistakes, bro. Regularly. Like, come on, people just have to let go, bro. Like, it's okay. Like, no one's saying that Kyrie's better or greater than Kobe, but in terms of just pure skill, the all-around package, dude.
Like, this doesn't mean anything. In the grand scheme of things, right? Like, it doesn't mean anything, right? Nothing. Like, he is literally the perfect scorer, bro. Like, he's the perfect scorer because of his handle. The thing is, his handle is so good. Like, bro, I saw that play I showed y'all, right, with the Hornets. Nigga did it. Not only did he did a sham guard, right? He did a sham guard to split a double team trap and made a layup off the wrong foot in one move, bro. I've never seen anybody ever even attempt that in a game, bro. You gotta really know what the shit that you do in practice gotta be unheard of for you to think you could do that in the game. And you're right, bro. Cause you got it, bro. Like, and to me, he doesn't have just one move. He does whatever needs to be done in that moment. And I think that, I don't think he gets enough credit for his just savant-like instincts, bruh. Like, to do some of the shit that he could do. Like, you can't think that, bro. It's just all reaction. And that's why, and to get back to tie this all back to what Austin Rivers said, he was like, the reason his handles are the best and it's not even close is because of his counters. It's not because he has a counter for what you're doing. It's because he thinks so reactionary that he just does it, bro. Like, and there's nothing you could do with that, bro. Like, like, there's nothing you could do with that. The only thing, and for us, like Kobe said, the best thing for the league and the best thing that ever happened to the league is that dude is not 6'6", bro. Kobe said that, bro.
All right, so
any last things before we move on? Go ahead.
So I would say that all his pretty shit happens against usually terrible defense.
You've seen a nigga win a championship.
Man,
doing
come
that
on.
shit.
And
Bruh,
what he did,
come
listen,
on,
wait.
bro.
They even showed that shit. They even showed that
bruh.
shit when Clay was guarding him. When he was doing all that extra shit, he couldn't score on him. When he decided to just, whenever I make this step, I'm gonna make this step and run past him.
Plays is him doing like the nigga like what do you? They literally won a championship because of that, bro. Like what are you talking about, bro?
He went off, and that was great. He went off, bro.
No, again, you moved the goalpost. First, it was he only does it against bad defenses. I give you an example of a top. What are they? Top 10 in that?
No, I'm talking about all the counter and extra shit. Like it made me think of like, bro. Yes, he does a lot of things, but
you just
how many times
do that to your Clippers? What are you talking about?
No, but my whole
bro?
point was but my whole point was Kyrie is thinking like, how many times do we think that the moves that he does is necessary? Like the nigga just love being an asshole. Like you said, he just arrogant enough to do shit, blah, blah, blah. He's just an asshole, so he doing that shit. It ain't.
But here's my thing, Gerson. What's wrong? What's so wrong with him wanting to be an artist on the court? My man wants to paint. He wants to paint a canvas when he, bro. And bro, you want to know what's crazy, bro? He's doing it for you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He's doing it for us, bro. He's doing it for the people.
Season, bro. Like who fucking cares, bro?
I understand, but my point is he made it a show. Like
it's entertainment, bro. Like it's entertainment, bro.
So how much of it is that you just loving the glitz and glamour of the shit, fam?
The same nigga who can't even be bothered to fucking deal with the video, like bro. Okay, like I said, we're gonna move on because we've been on this for 30 minutes, which is crazy. But there's certain niggas, bro. He's in that mode. There's two different type of players, bro. There's basketball players and there's hoopers. Hoopers are just different niggas, bro. KD is a different nigga. Why? Because he's a hooper. Kyrie is a different nigga because he's a hooper. Hoopers are not basketball players. They're just niggas who play basketball professionally, bro.
You know what, Herb? It's actually a great transition point because Harden is a hooper too, bro. That nigga could get out of bed and get 40 yawning and shit.
Yeah, bro.
I was just about to say, man, this nigga Herbie, fam, this nigga is a fucking genius, dog. Like it just blew my mind when you said that. Like, oh shit, whoosh.
Yes, bro. The hoopers are not basketball players. They just do it professionally, bro. Like they're different cats, bro.
Was Kobe a hooper?
Oh, Kobe was a hooper, but Kobe was a basketball. Kobe was the perfect balance between basketball player and hooper. A hooper wants to just bust your ass. Kobe wanted to bust your ass, but he wanted to do it. He wanted to be great at every aspect of basketball, dog. Hoopers want to be great at every aspect of putting the ball in the hoop, bro. And that's the difference, dog. But yeah. So speaking of KD, speaking of James Harden, bro, let's actually get into that argument, or not even an argument, bro, just that conversation about the Nets, because I remember we don't talk basketball that often, but when we do. It usually centers around a couple of the most interesting teams, obviously, right? And we all said that this is the most boom or bust team in the history of not just the NBA, in the history of all the sports, bro. Now, I'm not going to talk about European soccer. Like, that's not my forte. You feel me? Like, when we have guys like Ivan on and stuff like that, they could talk about, like, some of the most boom and bust teams in European soccer, but we talk about American sports. Most boomer bust team in the history of American sports. Fuck just basketball, bro. But it looks like it's coming together. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and give your thoughts on it, Rod, to begin with.
Oh nah, man. Like, I mean, obviously when we all saw that the trade went through, I mean, there was the right amount of excitement and the right amount of skepticism, right? Because everybody had the same question. It's these three niggas. We've seen all these guys in their own solo acts. We've seen all these guys be the number one guy. We've seen them play with other guys. And the one thing that we have always known to be true, well, not with KD, not so much. The real problem was Kyrie and Harden. Like, how do these two fit, especially when KD is playing? Because they all have to touch the ball. And not surprisingly, Harden took it upon, and we've seen Harden do it. Harden took it upon himself. He said, you know what, fuck it, bro. I'll run the offense. I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to get mine. And to their credit, it's been working out. I mean, KD hasn't even played in the last 6 or 7 games. They're like 6-1. We talked about the other problem that they had was their defense when when Kyrie got there, they just said, defense was that. I mean, these niggas are getting into 149, 146 shootouts.
Yo,
with
that
the
game
Hawks.
against the Hawks was disgusting.
The Cavs too,
The
145.
It
was the
Cavs,
Cavs, bro.
yeah.
But they had a crazy game like that against the Hawks too.
Yeah.
So, originally when we seen them get together, we were just like, they look great offensively. They're looking maybe even better than we thought, but the defense was lacking. But now, and we were having this discussion before the pod, they're ranking 18th, right? And the slight debate that we had with Gerson was like Gerson thought they had to be better defensively. And my question is why? To be completely honest, this is a team, they're not going to score under 100 points in a playoff game. Like, you're going to have to score at least 110, 120 points every game to go against a team like this.
Speaking of that, and I'm going to just get in real quick, just for the people who's listening. They on pace for the highest offensive rating in the history of basketball. Like, obviously, it's going to keep going up, but it's crazy, 121. And they actually have a breakdown when each player is on the court by themselves. Like, it's crazy. Like, when it's just KD and Kyrie, I think it was like a 126. When it's Kyrie and Harden, it's a 129, bro. Like, when it's Harden and KD, it's like a 130. It's just crazy, bro. So go on, bro.
Yeah, no, and that speaks to that. And the crazy thing is, we all thought like it would be, like we were all wondering how they would fit together, right? Like, because this was a puzzle that people thought like, no way these pieces fit. But with Harden taking the role of point guard and Kyrie accepting his faith in the two-guard religion, because that's what he is, they've actually found a way to work together cohesively. And for the rest of the league, bro, there's no answer for that. Like, and I'm someone who, with the way the Lakers have looked, and we're gonna get into LeBron and how he looks and the Lakers in general later. Even with AD, and we don't even know how AD's health is gonna be with his injury. Even when they get AD back, and even Schroeder, because we've seen with COVID, we saw it with football, and we'll probably see some with basketball. COVID does affect guys when they come back, and I'm wondering if we'll see some of that in basketball. We saw it in football. But when it comes down to, it's looking like, for me right now, because we're in the moment. Like, you can only speak on what you've seen recently. It's just looking like the Nets. Who's gonna stop them, bro? Like, I know defensively we will continue to have concerns, but when it comes time for the playoffs to roll around, they have a guy like Harden. Harden is the assist leader in the league. I think he's averaging 11 assists a game, which is like he's been incredible. You have KD being KD and then Kyrie being Kyrie, and that's all you need. You still have Joe Harris. You still have Shamet. DeAndre Jordan will show up every now and then. Like, he'll have a game here and there. That's the other concern is their interior defense. But, like, what answer do you have? KD can get you 45. Kyrie can get you 39. And then Harden get you 25, 15, and 11. Like, what answer does any team have for that?
My belief has always been that they're going to be amazing. Like, if they figured it out, it was like if they figured it out, it would be amazing, bro. And that's exactly what it is. Amazing. So, like I said, man, I just question the defense because I feel like whoever they play, since they don't make it an emphasis to be like really great on defense, I don't see them beating Lakers. I don't see them beating the Nuggets. I know you may disagree. I don't see them beating with the Clippers. And I know you really disagree. I don't see them beating the Jazz, man. Because if you don't play defense enough to at least affect people, why can't you drop 40 and another nigga drop 30 or 40 or 80 like that, man?
So let me ask you something. In a series where you have KD, Kyrie, and Harden. Okay, let's throw the Jazz in there. You got Donovan Mitchell who can get you who can go off. Who else is gonna go off?
Mike Conley has a chance. Jordan, I guess.
Who else is gonna go off enough for it to matter? Because all three of those niggas on the Nets can go off every game.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you don't play good enough defense. Like, you have to play two sides of the ball, fam. Like it's the fact that they're making it to the finals is like that's really great, and they're so talented that they can win. I just have to believe that they just going to always out talent LeBron James and AD and Chris Paul and I mean not Chris Paul but Paul George and Kawhi and stuff like that. Like I just don't believe it.
See the thing is like when we go to the discussion about them, right? We talk about how they're ranked 18th defensively. That tells me that at some point if the Nets can get a stop when they need to get a stop, who's stopping them, bro? That's my thing. Like there's no answer.
Recently they've been showing that they can get a stop, like multiple stops. And that's the one thing, like if they really didn't play no defense, they just held the Kings. Like, yeah, it's the Kings, but if they really didn't play no defense, Kings would have put up 130, bro. The fucking Cavs put up 145. That's when they wasn't really trying on defense, bro. Because a team like the Cavs could put up so many points when they're just not trying. Then they show, okay, let's actually buckle down. For all of Harden's reputation as being a bad defender, and it's earned, bro.
It's earned.
Plenty of YouTube packages and videos and essays explaining why it's earned. But last year showed that he could be a decent defender. He's still 6'5" and 230, bro. When he wants to, there's not too many people that could move that man, bro.
Right.
Like,
he's a strong motherfucker.
You feel me?
He's strong.
And even with their small ball lineup, right? If Jeff Green could have the effort that he had against the bigs, like I'm watching him against Zubac. Is Zubac great? Fuck no. But if Jeff Green can hold his own with Zubac, who's a large man, that gives me some type of say, okay, you know what? He's pretty decent. Even DeAndre Jordan, who's washed as washed can be, that game against the Clippers, had 4 blocks, dog.
Right.
You don't got to do that all the time. Just do it 4 times, bro. Like,
right. That's
at
all
the
you
end
need.
of a game, bro. Because I got 3 dudes who was going to get the bucket. Every other person got 2. And with the Lakers, they look like they got 1.5 because Anthony Davis just forgets that he's a fucking power forward sometimes, dog.
He really does,
bro. I seen that nigga try to do a turnaround fadeaway on who was guarding him, dog. Some nigga, bro. Some point guard, bro. I don't remember who it was. I'm like,
hey, AD reminds me of like when you played the older 2K games and you would just see your center just randomly just take a step back jumper and be like, what the fuck is wrong with the AI, bro? Why are you doing this? Like when you play My Career or some shit. That's what AD reminds me sometimes, bro. It's just like, bro, get your ass in the post, nigga.
You can kill niggas, dog. But go ahead, Gerson.
All right, so
Oh, my bad. Not to cut you off. I wanted to just make one more point on the Nets, and this is to their defensive sentiment. Against teams with winning records, they're like 10-1 or some shit.
12-1 actually.
12-1.
Yeah.
They get up for competition, and that's all they're gonna need.
Here's my problem with what you're saying. This is the regular season. So yeah, in the playoffs, everything they be different and whatnot. But also my point is, bro, yes, but outside of the Lakers and going back to January 13, all the good teams that they beat, bro, we talking about 4-point wins, 2-point wins, bro. Like it ain't like they're washing everyone else. And that's when you talk about playoffs, it may be that, but defense matters in the playoffs. Huh?
First of all, you can't you got to discount that because none of those games had KD. 2, a lot of those games they were up. Even on the Clippers, they were up almost 30 points on the Clippers, bro. And they were up 15 in the fourth quarter. They just, like I said, they just took the foot off the gas, bro. Like, so you can't just say.
I don't remember being up 30.
No, I was saying they could have won. They were up at some point. They were up 24 points, or whatever. They were up 24 points, and they were up 15 points in the fourth quarter.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you don't remember them being up 15 points in the fourth
I don't
quarter?
remember them being down 30.
No, I'm exaggerating, bro. Bro. I'm saying I think the highest they was up, I think was 24 points.
Maybe 15. I don't remember.
No, it was 24 points. They were up. It was at least 20, but I'm pretty sure it was 24 points. But that's what's it called, bro. They were up. They were dominating without KD, bro. They took the foot off the gas. Like, so you just looking at the box scores, you don't know the context of the game, bro. You don't know.
But I'm looking at the game. The quarters and whatnot. Ain't nothing added up to them being. I remember them being down 15.
Gerson, you can't really see that because if you're looking at the quarters, you have to look at the
numbers add up, man. 30 to 28.
Nigga, what kind of math you doing, nigga?
You can't do that, bro. Because that's the end of the quarter. It's not going to show you at one point they were up. You can't look at that like that, bro. That's impossible, bro. Like,
I remember watching the game. I'm just looking at the things and whatnot. I don't remember being down 24. Maybe that's a different game. The game I'm looking at.
They were down at least 20 points.
Not at this game, bro.
Yes, they were, bro. I can guarantee that, bro. But you can't look that up with that, though.
I watched the game, Herbie.
I watched the game too, bro. You just don't want to accept it.
Okay.
Like, that's all, bro. Like, I may be wrong about that, but I know for a fact they were down 15 points in the fourth quarter. That is factual.
And the Clippers, to their credit, were able to come back.
To their credit, they were able to come back. But that's what I'm saying. You can't just look at the end of the box scores and be like, oh, you don't know.
No, I remember watching the game. That's all I'm saying. Like 24 points. Maybe that's the other game that happened.
No, bro, they were up 20 in that game, bro.
But, Gerson, nobody's saying that they played, like, ranked 25, 26, like, completely just disregard defense. Like, no one's saying that. They just have to do enough, which for them is not a lot.
That actually speaks to what we're saying. For them to have close games, what does that mean? They're getting stops, bro. They're showing you that they could get stops to have close games where it's a possession or two possessions. That'd be the difference, dog. They're getting those stops that they need to get, bro. So that actually helps them because this is experience that they're going to need in the playoffs. But again, none of this actually matters because that's not the complete team that we're even judging them by, dog. Like,
right.
KD's not even here, bro.
That's what's been, and the crazy thing about them too is that's also what's been so impressive because really any pair of them is great. Any pair. Kyrie, Harden and KD might even be the scariest. And you could
stack them whatever way, so somebody's always going to be fresh because you could stack each one however you want to stack them.
Well, the thing is, like, they're great, but I honestly believe, like, they can win without Kyrie.
Yeah, for sure. They're actually, to me, I think they're better with Kyrie without Kyrie, just for the simple fact that there's nothing Kyrie does unique that they can't do. Kyrie can't pass like Harden. He can, but he's not as good or as willing. And I would never want Kyrie taking shots from KD, bro. No.
Honestly, it's scary to think of all the shots that Kyrie would take would just be split between KD and Harden.
Exactly.
And I mean, come on, you can win a championship with that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, so let's get into the next subject. All right, so Zion after 50 games. We could go long, we could go short, however y'all want to do it. Depends on how much room for conversation there is. I want to start with Gerson. And what do you feel like you were wrong about with Zion? Because I know how you are. I'm not even gonna say you're wrong. You're a prove it to me person, right? But where do you think you undersold him as a prospect, and what do you think you were 100% right about in regards to Zion?
Well, I never watched him, so like all it looked like was a big dude playing little dudes and balling on them. When I found out he's 280 and how explosive he is, watching his steps and whatnot, I feel like I'm correct about his skill level, which is where it's low. I feel like, at least to me. But the thing is, where I was wrong is that he's really just an unstoppable dude, man. He's Shaq's strength. Like, he looks like it's a 6'6" Shaq that doesn't post up, just runs right past you and dunk, or like, it's just, I said when I seen him playing, I was like, bro, this nigga look like a football player, DN, bro.
That's really what he is. He's a DN with unbelievable balance, bro, and body control, bro. Like, it's ridiculous, dog.
No, Zion is a massive human, and to your point, Gerson, like, I haven't watched like a ton of Pelican games, but the Pelican games I've watched, the two guys that stand out the most, obviously, are Zion and Brandon Ingram. And the crazy thing about Zion, though, as explosive as he is, as unstoppable as he is, this nigga be getting like 5 rebounds, bruh. Like, what the fuck is that?
Steven Adams do all the dirty work, bro.
No,
Like,
he's averaging the same amount of rebounds that he had. Listen, bro. Steven Adams played with Russell Westbrook. He's fine with giving up fucking rebounds. That nigga's averaged 6 rebounds last year. He's averaged 6 rebounds this year, bro. You are who you are as a player, bro. The stats don't lie, dog. Like, that's why a lot of players, their stats, like, any situation, they're going to get the same amount of stats, roughly, bro. Like, it's weird how it works like that, bro. Like,
Right.
But you are who you are, bro. Like, look at fucking Steph Curry, bro. Roughly averages the same amount of steals, roughly averages the same amount of assists, roughly averages the same amount of rebounds, bro. You are in a completely different situation, dog. So, but yeah. That's the one thing where I was like, it doesn't make any sense.
None.
You have the best second jump I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
You are bigger and stronger than anybody on the court 99% of bruh. He had one play against the Celtics, right? When he just backed down with Tristan Thompson. I don't think that's ever happened to Tristan Thompson in his life. Not in Little League, not in high school,
Took
not
that
in
nigga
college.
manhood, man.
Not in 10 years in the league. I've never seen somebody like he went down because that nigga was strong. He didn't go down because he tripped or he lost his footing. And you saw it on his face. It never happened to him.
Took that nigga manhood, man.
Like,
straight up.
Like, he literally put that shoulder in him, and it wasn't an offensive foul, bro. And he went back. He went back like he got shot with a shotgun, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, bro, this nigga's so dominating and imposing. It's like, bro, you got to be a double-double guy, bro. You got to average 12, 13, 14 rebounds, bro.
Of course. That's like, to me, like, and rebounding is a positioning thing. And trust me, bro, there's times where he jumps up faster than niggas even react to the ball. Like,
right.
Like, you don't even, it's crazy. Like he'll do to his own miss too. Like, you have an advantage because you know you missed, so you can jump up. But there's times where, like, okay, against the Celtics, right? He came from behind niggas, bro. Out of nowhere, bro. And he fucking dunked the fucking putback over Tristan Thompson's arms, bro. Like, and he came from the 3-point line to do that, bro.
It's fucking freaking nature, bro. Real shit.
Yeah, that's my only criticism because it's like, bro, you should definitely be averaging at least 10 rebounds. You feel me?
At the least. Double guy, bro.
Right? At the fucking least. But, yeah, so with me, I'm not surprised. And like I said, I'm not surprised and I'm disappointed. Disappointed is the rebounding. Not surprised because I questioned it when I saw him in high school. Because if he's doing this to these niggas, think about it. 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. But even then, he was doing it his rookie year too when he was on the court.
Right.
2 years ago, he was doing this to little ass white boys, bro. Can you imagine? Well,
them boys have night terrors.
He's
about
only
this nigga,
20,
man.
bro. So 2 years ago, he was in high school, bro. Like 3 years ago, he was in high school doing this.
Zion, old King Kong ass
That's
nigga,
disgusting,
man.
bro. There's 2 people that could have been in the league professionally while they were in high school in my lifetime, and I can say this about. 1 is Zion Wilson. 2 is Adrian Peterson. I feel terrible for who had to play Adrian Peterson in high school, bro.
You the one who made me watch those highlights, man. I was like, damn, bro. It was like watching like cows go to die, bro. Like, it was just like niggas had no chance, bro.
Who could have been in the NFL or in the professional league when they were what's it called, bro? Oof. Like well before they were allowed to be in it. But yeah, bro. So yeah, go ahead, Gerson. Go ahead.
What I would say is, you don't think it'd take at least a year of training, like to train their bodies. I don't feel like an 18-year-old kid. Like, I know he can be. Well, okay. Like, basketball wise, it's easier for Zion, but I'm talking about towards Adrian Peterson.
Nah, because if you watch Adrian Peterson, and I'll never forget it, bro. His first game, I just happened to be on ESPN because that's when I really was in love with college football, right? So I watched all of it, right? And they said, this is a freshman, and you just saw it, bro. Niggas just looked different, bro. He had 28. He looked bigger than everybody on the field, even though he wasn't, but he just felt like the way he
had that aura, that presence.
He had that aura, that presence, bro.
Yeah.
He knew he was the coldest nigga on that field, dog. And he proved it with almost 300 yards in his first game as a freshman, bro, true freshman. And you could ask Prescott, I'm not embellishing it. While he was just doing this running wild, I called Prescott. I said, bro, you have to put it on this fucking game, bro. I don't know who this dude is, but he is killing these niggas, bro. And I never forgot who Adrian Peterson was. That was the, like, you know how there's people that just arrive. Adrian Peterson, and trust me, I have the utmost respect for professional football. Adrian Peterson could have played in high school, bro. He could have been in the league, bro. And he says that because he knows it. You know your body. You know what you're capable of, bro. Because every time you step on the field, you see, you feel me? Like, you see your competition.
Man,
so he says it, and, you know, most people say that bullshit. He says that because he honestly believes that, bro. It's like, he knows it, bro. Because college wasn't that different for him from high school, and college wasn't that different from him from the NFL, dog. Because he's just that superior, bro. Like,
nigga came from a spacecraft, bro. He came from Krypton, man. Real shit. Think
about it, bro. He broke the all-time rushing record his rookie year, bro. He got 296 yards in his rookie year, bro.
Fucking ridiculous.
And he could have had well over 300 yards, bro. You feel me? If Brad Childress didn't fucking sit him one, and he had a horse collar that could have went because he broke. And think about it, bro. Adrian Peterson, and I don't even know how this got
how
here.
we got here, right?
Yeah, but fuck it, because I want people to go back. Look at the highlight rookie year against the San Diego Chargers, right? This is 2007. Oof. This is literally the year after LaDainian Tomlinson won league MVP after scoring 31 touchdowns. Still has the record. I don't think nobody broke that record.
No.
Right? So this is prime LaDainian Tomlinson, bro. Adrian Peterson was the best athlete on the field by far. Like, by far. He was so much faster than anybody else. Niggas stopped running, bro. Like, go watch it, bro. Like, he broke for one. There's nobody behind him, bro, because there's no point, bro. Like, he was so fast, the camera had trouble catching up with him, dog. Like, Dominique Fosworth ran a 4.3, right? He's an analyst on ESPN, right? 4.3 coming out. 4.3, I think like 4.31, 4.3, like fast. He
Former
said
DB.
It, bro. Former DB. He said, he talked about it. He was like, they asked, like, who's the best athlete that you ever played against, bro? He was like, Adrian Peterson. He was like, but why? He was like, all right, my role on the team was to go catch the person that broke because I was the fastest person on the team. He played with Champ Bailey. That's when he played for the Broncos. He was like, bruh, Adrian Peterson broke, and I was running, and he kept running past and getting farther and farther away, bro. And he was thinking about it, bro. He said his job was to go catch the fast person, bro, because they said it never happened to him in his life, bro. He was always able to catch that person, bro. He said Adrian Peterson kept going, bro. He kept getting farther and farther.
The distances kept increasing between them. Like, he felt that impending doom as he seen the nigga get farther and farther away as he kept running. Like,
so, yes, Adrian Peterson could have played when he was 18, but he's just some dudes are just built different. And that's going to come back to Zion. Zion had his body since he was 16 years old, bro. It just happens for some people, bro.
Right.
God got his favorites, bro. Zion was one of his favorites, dog. So I made the mistake, and a lot of people made the mistake. Zion wasn't even the number one recruit coming out. RJ Barrett was, because a lot of people made that same mistake too, that it was just because he was bigger than everybody else. I thought that. I watched all his highlight tapes, bro. He's the first, he's one of the first. He's not the first superstar high school mixtape player like that. You feel me? If that makes any sense.
Right.
But he is the one who brought it to another level. Like, this nigga had 1 million followers in high school, bro, because all his video, everybody, like, all these kids like Zion. Like, go watch his high school tape. Just moving these little fucking white kids at his fucking, like, at the same height as his butt, bro. Just moving them out the way. Like, just get out of my way.
Straight
bro.
terrorizing them.
Just terrorizing them, bro.
Man.
We're terrorizing these kids.
Oh, shit.
So the minute he got to Duke, though, when I seen him do it at Duke, I watched one game and I was like, oh, yeah. No. It's the same
wrap.
way with Adrian Peterson. It took one game in college to completely say, oh, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Sometimes you just see it, bro. I don't need to see you do it in the league because I could just see it. Like,
right.
You feel me? Because I remember last year when he was at Duke, they already said, like, is he already one of the best 25 players in the league? And he's not even. A lot of people do. Oh, you can't say that he's not in the league, bro. Who else has the skill set, bro? Like,
who else is fucking King Kong on the court, man?
Who else, bro?
Like,
Like,
who
I
else,
get it.
man?
He's not doing it against the best competition, but if you see somebody that's just that otherworldly at something, I don't need to see him do it against professionals. So I knew what he was capable of. I knew because he did all of this, bro. Go ahead.
Is he top 15?
If he continues to get 25 points on 60% and at this, he like, bro, because yes, all of his shit, a lot of it is dunks, bro. But that just shows how physically dominant he is.
You can't stop
Nobody
him.
wants to just give him up dunks. That's the most efficient shot in basketball, bro. Like,
But no one has an answer for that.
nobody
Nigga.
got an answer for it.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like if it's a better team around him, and I feel like this is a good roster, like partly coaching. So I don't know. I understand that he's mad efficient, but I also understand like he gets completely lost on defense, bro.
Well, that's why I don't think he's top 15, and that's why I don't think he's a complete player. I'm gonna say this right now.
Is he top 20?
Yeah, for sure. He's top 20. He's really top 15, but I can't call him top 15 because of the defense, right? But I'm gonna say this right now. Like, I don't think he's ever gonna be a great rebounder. I've resigned to the fact that I'm never getting 10 rebounds from him, dog. Like, I just know it. He's gonna average around 6 rebounds, which to me is like, what the fuck you doing? And
He might have like a season or two, right?
Yeah.
Where he might average like 9 or some shit.
Yeah, close 8. I think his max is 8. Trust me. People don't just like Blake Griffin, bro. Blake Griffin averaged 10 rebounds his rookie year, bro.
Out the gate,
Out
yeah.
the gate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond averaged fucking 13, 14 rebounds out the gate, bro. You just have that knack for it, dog. You feel me? So that's what, and I don't think he's ever gonna be a great defender. I think because at some point you don't got the IQ for this shit, bro. Like, it's 50 games, my nigga. Like, either you just stupid or you're not trying, or you're a combination of both, bro.
Right.
There's no, like, basketball is not that complicated, bro. Like, maybe your rookie year, fine, whatever. Did you play all your rookie year? Yeah, you still need to get. He hasn't even played a whole rookie year. He's only played 50 games.
Right.
He hasn't had a full 82 season. He's not gonna get an 82 season after this. He's only 72, but bro. You know what the fuck you're supposed to do, bro. It's either you can't do it, you don't want to do it, or a combination of both, bro. So I don't think he's ever going to be a strong defender either, because what a lot of people thought about him coming in was that he was going to be this great help defender.
Right.
Blocks, coming off the weak side, getting steals, because he did all of that shit in college, bro. You feel me? That's where I think he is not otherworldly. That's where, just because he was so physically gifted in college, he got to do things that he can't do in the NFL. I mean, in the NBA. But the shit on offense, though, yeah, bro, it's dumb.
It's
dumb.
It's cold for the
It's
league.
cold. It's cold for the league. You want to know why it's cold for the league? Because the person that could guard him does not exist. He hasn't been born yet, bro. That person does not exist, bro.
They don't.
Because if they did, he already be in the league, bro.
He's a fucking monster.
Yeah. Any last words on the Zion thing?
Nah, I think we covered most of what I wanted to talk about.
All right, so last thing before we move on to the Cam Newton, this is the LeBron James portion. I'm proud of ourselves. We didn't talk about LeBron for an hour. You feel me? But it's LeBron James. You're gonna find a way to fucking talk about this fucking guy, right? So I have never seen somebody benefit from 2 seasons of the most fugazi MVP talks I've ever. Like, last year was egregious. Super egregious. Like, legitimately egregious, right?
Right.
Like,
Especially when you can make a case for 80 over him and they're on the same team.
they're on the same team.
Right.
Like, egregious. Right? Egregious, right? But we're not going to talk about that. Giannis obviously won. Obviously, bro. Defensive player of the year. Like, did everything you could do for your fucking team, bro.
Right.
MVP. Didn't they have the best record, I think, too, right?
Yeah,
and
bro.
the highest point differential, bro.
Yeah.
There was no argument for LeBron. Like, bro, whatever her name was, Renee Shelbourne was like, because I like him. That's just like, whatever accent was like, oh, why you voted? Because I just like the story. Shit, what does that fucking mean, bro?
Why do you have people like that vote?
Like,
man?
what are you talking about,
I just
bro?
like the story.
Like, what? What?
Bitch, this ain't no TV show.
Nigga. What? All right, but this year, right? This year, it's a little more clouded because it is a wide open. Like, to me, it's one of those years where somebody has to win it.
No one's exceptional.
Nobody deserves it.
Right.
Nobody deserves it. if there's ever a year that nobody should get it, it should be this year because nobody deserves it, bro. There's no
one.
actual MVP, bro.
Right.
You feel me? But somebody has to get it. Go ahead.
The thing is, the people that they would give it to is the people they don't want to give it to. It could go to KD. It could go to James Harden. For the very least, the numbers look wonderful. You know what I'm saying? But they not gonna do that.
They not. And this is where the Fugazi shit happens, right? Like, I don't want to use Nick Wright. And I actually like Nick Wright. Like, very interesting. Like, I've grown to really enjoy First Things First. You feel me? I found myself watching that more than I watch Undisputed, right? But I don't like it. Yeah.
I enjoyed Chris Carter.
But the thing is, I think people just like Chris Carter because he used to just get. He used to be your voice box to say, fuck you, Nick, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was.
He wasn't really that good at his job, bro. Let's be honest, bro. He was good at being interesting, but he wasn't good at, Hey, go ahead.
As much as I like Brandon Marshall.
Brandon's terrible. Brandon's one of
You
the
know what I'm
worst.
saying?
Brandon's Emmitt Smith
and
quality, bro. Like,
and the
for
other
real.
white dude they have there is not.
Also terrible, but he's funny.
So you understand, I understand that you like Nick Wright more, but like the show itself?
No, you want to know
what I'm
why?
saying?
Like, okay, so this is why, right? Because as biased as he can be when it comes to LeBron, it's way more balanced than Undisputed. Undisputed is just getting ridiculous now, bro.
No, like, the lengths that Skip will fucking go, bro.
Like,
It's like Skip,
It's
bro.
come on, dog. It's like
Like,
it's not even. Sometimes it's not even as entertaining as it used to be, bro. Like, I used to live for Undisputed, bro. Like at
It's
some
true.
point, I actually need some context and nuance, bro. Like, give me listen, bro. I love the chicken McNuggets, bro. I love my fucking my McDouble with extra cheese, bro. But sometimes, bro, I need a salad too, bro. Like, I need balance, bro. Like,
Right.
damn, bro. But oh shit, I don't even remember what the fuck I was going to say. Oh yeah, last year, right, with Nick Wright, 2 years ago with KD and Steph, his argument was, and according to him, he uses history, and history backs it up, right? 9 times out of 10, a team that has 2 top 5 players, neither one actually gets the MVP. You got to go back to fucking the Lakers with Magic and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? So it favors him, right? But conveniently, the same argument he used against KD and Steph because they played against and why they shouldn't win it, they cancel each other out. He doesn't use that against LeBron and fucking AD, bro. Well, how convenient, bro.
How come?
Nobody does. Nobody does. There's no argument for LeBron James. LeBron James is not the best player on the best team record-wise. No.
Nope.
LeBron James, when AD went out, has just lost 4 straight games, bro. He should automatically be disqualified because there's no legitimate argument for him, dog. Like,
And they lost to the Wizards.
they lost to the Wizards, man.
Like they've had some pathetic, like their loss against the Jazz was pretty pathetic, man. Like it was over. Like, come on, they didn't even. I think LeBron didn't even play 30 minutes, bro. He sat out the fourth quarter. Fucking.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, and a lot of people who want it, to me, trust me, I've never been somebody who's like, man, the media always look at me. Listen, I don't care about that. But it's never been as obvious. Like, these people only vote for LeBron because they want to be cool with LeBron, bro. Like, the George Sedanos of the world, the fucking Ramona Shelbournes of the world, bro. They want to be in his inner circle. So they go out of their way to give this nigga shit. He's never going to be cool with y'all, dog. Like,
Right.
Like, y'all don't got to suck his dick this bad, bro. Like, you're never going to be, he's never going to be, you're never going to be a part of his circle, dog. Like, so go ahead.
Well, if we're going off of last year, like, it was fair. It was fair in the sense that, like, he wasn't better than what's his name. He wasn't better than AD. But if you told me if he was number 3, I want to fight that.
No, I don't think he's, bro, I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing he's not number 1, though. There was no
Wait. How the season ended, they had an argument because I remember before the regular season,
Bro,
when he got those 2 wins over the Bucks
if
and
if that's the case, then Kobe and Shaq should have won 3 straight MVPs between the both of them.
I got you. I understand. I'm not
You
fighting
feel
you.
me?
I just remember that it wasn't egregious as you're saying.
No. Because
the egregious part is the fact that they're not holding it against him like they did other people.
Again, but the reason why I say it's egregious, 9 times out of 10, unless you have a historic season that actually doesn't matter with Russell Westbrook, MVP goes to best player on best team. Why did Steph win in 2014? He won 67 games, bruh. Why did Steph win in 2015? He won 73 games, bruh. Like, why did Derrick Rose win in 2008?
He won 60 games.
2 games, bruh.
Right.
Like, LeBron won in 2009. A lot of people think Kobe should have won in 2009. He won a championship. He won 67 games, 66 games, bruh. Like, Giannis, best
last
record.
year.
Last
Last 2 years.
In the highest point differential while being the team's best defender, scoring 31 points and 13 rebounds, had all the advanced metrics, best player on best team. But now because it's LeBron James and he's in Los Angeles, bro, we just going to change it up. And a top 5 player doesn't cancel out like it canceled out for everybody else, like it canceled out for Kyrie, KD and Steph, like it canceled out for Shaq and Kobe. Right. That's why I said it's egregious, because it didn't add up with the past 20 years, bro, of how we voted for MVP, dog. Like, you feel me? So that's all I'm saying, bro. And this year is equally egregious because for whatever reason, it's not canceled out that he plays with another top 5 player. Fine, whatever, right? There's no guy who's actually taking the crown. Fine, whatever.
Right. You
just seen this nigga lose four straight games without that top 5 player, bro. That is the epitome of not being an MVP, dog.
Right. You need your MVP to step up. At least give me 2 out of those 4 games, bro.
Like this should be this right here, on top of already having the second best teammate in the entire league before the Nets, opposite the Nets. You didn't win without him, bro. So, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, Donovan Mitchell not even in the discussion, bro, with the best record? Like, just beat him by 20 points, damn near 30? Like, he's not even in the discussion?
Right. You don't even hear his name.
Damon Lillard, who hasn't played with CJ McCollum and Nurkic damn near the whole year and keeping his team afloat in the Western Conference, not even in the discussion?
Right.
Doing what an MVP is supposed to do? That's what all I'm saying. Like, to me, it's just nonsense, bro.
I mean, honestly, when it comes down to it, and, you know, LeBron has gotten all the hype, but there's plenty of guys you can make a case for, way better case for. I would say even Embiid from the Sixers, bro. With the season he's had, I mean, he hasn't been as hot, I believe, lately, but Embiid, like you said, Damian Lillard, fucking Jokic. Like, I mean.
Well, one thing, the names are being brought up, they're just not in front of him. Like, I heard Damian name before, and I heard Embiid. But yeah, you're right. LeBron is the one they were using. Like, after this 4 games, that died down a little bit. Even though some people want to say they're still their MVP, but it died down though. You got to at least say that.
Okay, but it died down. But when AD comes back, right, and it immediately goes back to them winning, and they go on a winning streak, it's like it never happened, bro.
Like, is he still the MVP even though he needed his guy to be there?
Like, you feel me? Like, if anything, this should have solidified that he's the MVP of the Lakers, and he's the MVP of the league. He didn't win it. So, again, like I said, bro, if he wins it, I'm not going to be up in arms about it because there's no actual guy who deserves it.
Right. It's not like it'd be a fucking highway robbery.
It won't be a robbery because nobody, like I said, they should not even hand out the award. Up to this point, nobody deserves MVP. Right. You're getting it just because somebody has to.
Honestly, it's kind of crazy. Like, the MVP race is a mirror to the league itself. It's just tons of parity.
Yeah.
Like honestly, the NBA this season, I know COVID has plenty to do with that, but the NBA this season reminds me of, like, I don't know how far you guys go into your 2K career. Some people like me, I could go forever with a nigga. Some people like to play that first year, get that first thing, get out their system. But I could play 2K like 8 years into my nigga career, and like the records of the league are always fucking like this. Like, where you have, like, the Celtics are 15 and 17. Like, that's disgusting. Yeah. Like, bro, like the Eastern Conference and then the Celtics are like what, the 5th seed or some shit?
Something like that, yeah. Bro.
Oh my God.
I I thought they were out of the top 8.
Oh, but it doesn't matter because they're only a game. They're 4 games away from being in the top 4 because it's that close.
Yeah,
like the
East
Hornets
is-
are the 6th seed and they're fucking 15 and 16, I think, bro. So yeah, they're out of it, but they're in it, bro. It's not. They win a game and they're back in it, bro. Like
Yeah, man. There's a lot of parity, man.
there's 3 teams under 500 that's in the playoffs right now, bro. Like in the hunt, bro. Yeah. dog.
Well, I put it up to like all this COVID shit where niggas not really practicing to like really get better and whatnot. So I honestly just think this is just bad basketball that everyone is playing right now. Hopefully later, people that are really serious, put that real effort in. But I feel like a lot of people are just cruising through this season.
Bro, listen, everybody's cruising through the season, bro. Like the NBA is over by fucking All-Star break normally, bro. Like the bad teams just want to get the season done, bro. Like you don't think the Hawks were cruising from fucking 20 games in, bro? Like, that shit, bro. Hey, John Collins, bro. Like after he got hurt, bro, ain't nobody give a damn about the fucking Hawks, bro. You know what it is, dog.
Right.
Yeah, bro. But listen, I get what you're saying, obviously, but you knew that going into it, bro. So we just have to contextualize this season and say, hey, this season is its own thing. It's never happened before. These guys have been playing basketball their entire lives. The only people who've experienced this all they know are the rookies, are the LaMelo Balls, are the Jonathan Wisemans, the Anthony Edwards.
Right.
You feel me? Because they've never had it. They've never played an NBA that wasn't like this. You feel me? But all the old dudes, bro, like, listen, they knew what it was going into this, right? And that's probably why all the rookies actually have an advantage, bro, because 1, they're green. 2, they're actually playing hard when nobody is. And 3, they're used to this because this is their only reality. So, because all the rookies, was considered one of the worst rookie classes in years.
Coming in, yeah.
And it's actually the complete opposite, bro.
Right.
Like
It really is.
the complete opposite. And it ain't because of COVID. All of these dudes is nice for different reasons.
Well, I keep looking at the number 1 pick. I keep I see all the athletics gifts he got.
I didn't know he had that though.
But he trash though.
I wouldn't say he's trash.
I mean, shooting 30% from the field.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say he's trash. It's just if that was his whole thing. That's why he went number 1 because like he's the best athlete by far, but he can't shoot. Now, I've seen enough of the good games to where I don't want to say he's trash. Like Anthony Bennett was trash. There's so much room for improvement, bro. Even if he can't shoot, who's gonna stop him from getting to the rim, dog? Like I said, I didn't know he had bunnies like that, bro. I knew he was a freak athlete because you remember he didn't start playing basketball till his junior year in high school, bro. He's just one of those niggas that just good at everything, bro. Like good at everything. He played football. Football is his actual favorite sport, dog. But they told him go play basketball because he was tall, bro. And he got into the NBA 3 years later, bro. Like
That shit don't be making no sense.
I told you, God got his favorites, bro. Like that's just what it is, bro. Like
you right. That's all it is, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Football is his sport. That's what he loves. That's his favorite thing. He said, bro, his favorite sports are football and baseball. Basketball was the third option. He's just the best at basketball, bro. So he stuck with basketball, bro.
It's working out. It's gonna work out for him.
For sure, dog. All right, so speaking of the youth and speaking of kids, let's close out the show with Cam Newton. It's already old news by now, like it's happened or whatever, but I know Gerson wanted to talk about it, so that's why we're talking about it now. Because there is an important conversation to be had in regards to kids respecting the elders. And people who don't know what we're referencing, there is a video that's going around. Cam Newton had a youth camp, like a lot of football players do, right? And one of the kids just went out of his neck, and kid was wildly disrespectful, talking about you're trash, talking about you're going to be a free agent and stuff like that. And all in all, Cam handled it very well as you can. You feel me? I got much more respect for Cam Newton than I've ever had, and I had a lot going into it. Because I would have told, get this shit the fuck out of here, bro. Kick this nigga out, bro. Like, get him out of here, bro. But Cam handled it like the pro that he is, bro. But go ahead, Gerson.
Hey, the reason why this struck a chord to me, bro, Like, I don't know if it happens to any one of you, but like recently, well, not that recently because I don't go outside anymore. But when I did, like walking around my block, man, it just so happened I bumped into some disrespectful niggas, bro. And it's just like, fam, as a kid, I never thought I could be disrespectful openly to a grown adult. Like, you talk shit behind people's back or whatever, but like openly being disrespectful, like whenever niggas did that, they like, damn, bro, this motherfucker got no home training, bro. And the fucking thing is about it is like I used to just walk around my block, man, and I know there have been 3 situations where a little kid tried me or some young kid. When I don't remember the third one, but I can remember 2 off rip. One was I'm walking at night, kid is on the bike, and you know when you tow someone in the front and whatnot. I'm walking this night, minding my business. I got my headphones on. I turned around and they just running past me. I like, whoa. And then they were in front of me. And I like, all right, cool, whatever. And then buddy stopped and turned back to come. And he like, hey man, why you no flinch? I don't know disrespect. I like, hold up, huh? I was like, bro, what are you talking about? And I was just walking. It's dark, and y'all just came up from behind me, so I jumped or whatever. And it made it seemed like he was gonna fight me, but like at this time I gotta be like 28 or something like that. So I'm like, hey, yo, little man, like, what you doing, fam? I'm a grown ass man, fam. Like, relax. I'm not trying to fight a kid. Cause he looked like a kid, and I was like, hold up, wait. And then through the conversation, I like, hold up, bro. Like, you look familiar, man. Like, I must have seen you around here somewhere, bro. I live here. It happened right in front of my house. I like, hold up, bro. You trying to fight me in front of my house, bro? Right in front. Like, I live right. Like, this is my house, bro. You trying to fight me in front of my house, fam? So end up, he just like walked away, and me being a grunt. Like, I don't want to fight anyone, and I don't want to fight a kid, but disrespect is disrespect, fam. And the second situation, it was away. The first one was like some teenager. The second one, it was some 8-year-old kid or something. Like, I was going for my walk around my block. Legit. Like, I got headphones on. I'm not listening, so I guess he's behind me. Then I felt something at my feet. And I turned around, and this nigga's throwing rocks at me. And I remember walking past them, but he was in front of a house with a man and a kid. And this is around my block, like right around. So I walked around the corner, got my car, drove back. And I like, yo, what's going on, bro? This your kids, man? This is what you teach them, bro? I was like, fam, do I have to stop walking around my own block because I don't want to beat up someone's kid or this? Because to me, man, if my kid ever disrespect an adult to that extent, I'm the type of parent that I want to beat his ass. But if you want to smack him, like, it's that, like, if my kid's throwing rocks at you and you, as an adult, and you told me my kid's throwing rocks at you, I love my kid. I'll kill for my fucking kid, bro. I fucking mean that. But if you decided to smack him because he threw a rock at you, fam, I absolutely understand.
Real quick, bro, let me interject real quick, because, and this is going to speak to your point, because back in the day, it was community. Like, if your child did something, bro, the community could whoop your ass, not just the parent. Like, the neighbor could whoop your ass. The neighbor could whoop your ass. You feel me? The village raised the kids, so that speaks to that. That's how it used to be, and that's where a lot of respect came from, because you had old carte blanche because everybody knew each other. Oh, that's so-and-so kid. Oh, I'm finna beat your ass for your parent. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, bro.
But it's just more of like, I really stopped walking around my block because I was like, yo, I don't want a situation where I gotta go crazy. Because to me, even though I may not beat the kid, I definitely want to talk to the parent. Oh, you definitely got to hear me. Like, yo, so this is what you do with your kid, bro? Like, you're a fucking animal or something, bro? Like, I take parenting very serious. And when I say that, like, there's certain shit that your child does. As soon as they do that, I got to look at you, fam. I got to look at you. A teenager is different. Like, you can raise a kid. There's going to be a wild point where they wilding or whatever. But a jit, though, that's on you. When your little kid go out there and act the fool.
All right, so, and let me tie this into the whole situation with Cam, right? Because, like you said, it wasn't a kid, and like you said, also like you said, a teenager going to do what it do, right? The child with Cam, it was a child. Like, me being my age, if you ain't at a certain level and you've not accomplished nothing, you could be 25 and I still think you a child, bro. Like, but that was legitimately a child. Yes, he was a teenager, preteen, whatever. I don't know his exact age. I know he's a high school kid. So he's a teenager.
Oh, and also, as a parent, if your child is a teenager, absolutely it's not your fault when they do something stupid, 100%. But you still look bad. You still look bad.
This is what I wanted to get to. Thank you for bringing that point up, because this is why I hate when shit like this goes public and everybody, you're entitled to your opinion, right? You feel me? But don't be entitled to an uninformed opinion because that's what you want to think regardless, right? I have so much people saying, oh, you feel me? That kid is probably raised by his mother. Oh, he don't got a father in his life. If he had a father in his life, you don't fucking know that, bro. His father could be amazing, bro. Like, you have no idea. You feel me? But you want that, because you saw that child, you want that to be the truth. You projected that truth. And because his decision, this is where I have a problem with what the kid did. And this is why kids are kids. He didn't think about that. There was no thought in his mind that this could make my parents look bad. You feel me? I got there's people online attacking me saying that I don't got a father at home. I have no idea. He could have a wonderful father who raised the fuck out of that kid, bro. But that's not the reality. Because remember, perception is reality. Whether that's the truth or not, perception is reality, bro. Which is why he apologized and he put a big ass, long ass thing that he had to apologize, because there's so much people that got in his ass. They're like, bro, we raised you better than that, dog. You feel me?
You know, I think that speaks to like modern times in society, because now it's just like, if you go viral on anything, bro, like people don't know. Like, I was just watching, and this is a little slightly off topic, but I was watching this documentary. It's on Netflix. It's called The Vanishing at Cecile Hotel. And I'm not going to go into the documentary, but there's a guy on there who basically was like, people kind of put him with the disappearance of a girl. They said like, oh, you murdered him, and he had nothing to do with the shit. They just put a whole bunch of coincidences together. And to this day, like, that shit changed his life, bro. Like, just the smallest little action that goes viral on the internet can, like, that kid, he's going to be never the same, bro. Because he got a fucking firestorm of shit that he never even thought in his wildest dreams
thought that'd be happen, right?
that would ever happen.
Never.
You know, and that just speaks to the way things are now. Like, people see something, and like you said, people projecting all that. It's just like, I understand the internet is a platform for us to give our opinions. You could hide your face, all these keyboard warriors. But like, people just say so many baseless things. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't know anything about any of these people.
Anything about anything, right?
Like,
so speaking of that conversation, right? Why he did that? He didn't know that was coming for him. If he knew that, he obviously wouldn't have did that. But this is where I think we're getting overblown from my perspective, as far as how dare he do that? How dare he not have respect? That kid was just talking shit like he always talks shit, bro. You feel me? And it wasn't specific to Cam. If Matt Ryan was there, he probably would have talked shit. If Russell Wilson was there, he probably would talk shit, because that's where he came up from. That's how he communicates. That's what he learned. You feel me? There's somebody that he rose up with in his hood or his neighborhood or where he's from that talk shit, and they communicate like that. You feel me? Cam, which is why he was able to handle it so respectfully, because Cam understood where it was coming from. Cam didn't want that. You could tell he still felt like, you could tell he was mad about it, but he understood where it was coming from. That's why he said, hey, bro, let me talk to your father. You feel me? Because if this was Cam, rookie year, 25-year-old Cam, you would have got a completely different conversation. He would have engaged with the child because he's from that. This is a grown man with multiple kids now, bro. You're not going to talk to a man with kids like that, bro. That's the Cam Newton that you got. Cam wasn't offended by what the kids said. Cam was offended that how dare you, bro? I got kids. I pay bills, bro. And those two difference, if culture came at a clash, and that's why you have such a divide. You feel me? If Cam was younger and it was the Cam that was closer to the one at Auburn and had the same camp, it would have been a completely different thing. You would have seen Cam laughing. You would have seen him going back. You would have seen smiles. And the kid could have said the same exact thing, bro, but the context would have been so different. That's all the kid was doing what he always does, bro. Cam just had to be in the middle of it, and he looked in poor taste, but he's still a kid, bro. Like, I got people talking about, bro, I had motherfuckers, dog, talking about, oh, this is going to come back and bite him, bro. GM's like, if he's good enough to make it a league, this will keep him out the league. Johnny Manziel was a drug addict, bro, and got drafted in the first round. What did Stephen A. Smith say? He was on crack. Talking about like people like Lamar Odom, like he was on crack. This nigga was a drug addict. Like, he still got drafted. Like, people just overblow the most benign things, bro.
People just want to sound more important. They just want to make things bigger than they are for no fucking
no
reason.
reason, bro.
Like, it's not that serious, bro.
Cam Newton, the person that he was disrespectful to, got kicked out of Florida for stealing laptops. Went number 1 overall, league MVP. Like, nobody cares, bro.
Hey, I mean, bro, I forgot about that. I totally forgot.
Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares, bro.
Nobody gives.
Nobody gives a fuck, bro.
I will say though, Gerson, to your story, I'm thinking about it, man. Like, I must have incredible luck, man.
Yeah, me too, bro. You just a mark, bro. We live in the same neighborhood, bro. You a mark, bro. I don't know why. You are bigger. You're very imposing, bro. But niggas just felt like they had to try you like children.
Bro, no matter what neighborhood I go in, no matter what teenagers with kids, never have a problem.
Never have a problem. You see me, I do that walk too. I walk around the whole neighborhood, bro. So yeah, bro. I don't know what it is, dog. You supposed got a sign like, if you were under 14,
you know what's interesting?
Please try me. If you were under 14, please try me. Come get this.
No, but you know what's funny? Because I always did that, and it was like in a 2 or 3 month span that happened, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck going on?" Man? Like, yeah. But you know what? Hey, since I've been growing my dreads, I noticed, much more community with my brethren. You know what I'm saying? Much more love. You know what I'm saying? Of course. So,
of course.
I look like a nigga now.
Yes.
Indeed.
Come back to the motherland, bro. All right, man. Thoroughly enjoyed this episode, bro. This is like a legit old school Couch Bros episode, bro.
What?
For sure, dog. So everybody who rocks with us, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all can always catch us at the Couch Bros on all streaming platforms, bro. Also, to the people who's listening, so it doesn't feel like it, but we are a part of a podcast network, bro. So
There's a merger today.
There's a merger, right? So we are now. We're a part of Undrafted Sports. So that's the merger. That's what it's gonna be. If I could get more information about it, obviously to our faithful listeners, I'm gonna keep y'all updated. But yeah, bro, the podcast is growing. We're growing with other people, so we're just gonna see how it keep rocking, bro. So, all right, y'all boys, appreciate y'all, man. As always.
All right, Rod, man, signing out.
All right, deuces.
Yep.